Should you sell silicone back scrubbers on Amazon? That's a great question. In this video, we're going to do a detailed analysis of this product and find out whether it's a good niche or not. Now, before we dive in, if you haven't done so already, make sure you grab my new PDF, 7 products for new Amazon sellers. And these are 7 products that have extremely low competition that I've handpicked just for you and would all be good products for you to launch on Amazon as a beginner. Click the link on the screen or the one in the description of this video and you can grab that list. So on with the analysis. So another random niche, right, that I wanted to have a look at. And this time it's the silicone back scrubber. And it's actually looking to be an okay niche. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why I think that's the case. So we're going to start off with the first thing you should always look at when you're analyzing any product to sell on Amazon and you're thinking, will this make me money or will this lose me money? And that first thing is always the levels of demand. In other words, does it have high demand? Do people want to buy it? Are people already buying it? We want to go where the money is, sell products that customers already love rather than trying to create demand out of thin air, because that's an expensive thing to do and it's also very difficult. So let's have a look. I'm using Jungle Scout right now, which is an app you can get. It gives you a Chrome extension and instantly tells you all of the revenue figures for any product selling on Amazon, like how much money it's making right now, which is really handy. If we look at the silicone back scrubber niche, by the way, this seems to be sort of a plastic product with 2 handles that you use to scrub your back in the shower, if you weren't familiar what it was. Let's do a quick breakdown. Well, we've got lots of sellers here making decent revenues. As you can see, like usually what I look for is niches where there's at least 3 sellers who are making at least 3K per month in revenue. This is for UK products, right? And in this niche, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So in my opinion, there is definitely high demand for this product. So if I was to actually rate this out of 20, which is what I usually do, there's definitely more than 3 sellers doing 3K a month. We want as many sellers doing more than 3K as possible though, and there's only 4. So I'm going to give this maybe a 15 out of 20 score for high demand. Okay, there we go. You can see what I'm writing. Cool. All right, on to the next element that we need to consider with any niche, and that is low competition. Does this product have low competition, or are there too many people competing in this niche for you to even have a chance to stand out? Well, usually what I do when I'm looking at a product is look at the review levels, right? If we use Jungle Scout again, we can sort by the number of reviews on these products. And obviously, if a product's been selling for a very long time, if it's really established in a niche and it's got lots of positive reviews, customers will probably be more likely to buy that product than they would your product if it's brand new with 0 reviews. And it's going to be really hard to compete if there's loads and loads and loads of products with tons of reviews. Well, in this niche, we have products with thousands of reviews, products with a few hundred reviews. As a guideline, I usually try and find a niche where there is 5 or less sellers with 500 reviews or more. Okay, so 5 or less established sellers. And in this niche, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sellers who are established, which is less than 5, which is great. So I would say there's definitely low competition. And if I was to rate this out of 20, I mean, it's not the lowest competition I've ever seen. Like there's some niches where there's no established sellers. Right, there's some niches where there's 1 or 2 established sellers. This one has 4, so it's good, but it's not amazing. So I'm going to give this one maybe a 16 out of 20. Okay, that's what I think about the levels of competition in the niche. So what's the third element we need to think about with any product? Well, we need to make sure it's low hassle. In other words, we don't want to cause ourselves a major headache when we're looking to import something from China and sell it on Amazon. In fact, when you're running any business, you probably don't want to cause yourself major headaches, major sleepless nights, and tons of manual labor that's just really difficult to do, right? Wouldn't it be easier to sell a product that's kind of simple to sell, simple to import, simple for the customer to use, you don't get loads of returns, and everything's just a bit easier. Wouldn't that be better? This is what I go for. So this is why I look at products that have low hassle. Now, if we look at this product, one thing that's interesting about it, it's listed in the health and personal care niche. And some of these products are listed in the beauty niche, and I believe some of them are listed in the home and kitchen niche. Right, so covers quite a few categories, and usually I would avoid beauty products because, you know, I wouldn't really want to sell like a cream, like a moisturizer or like a makeup or something like that, because it's a product that people could get allergies to, and it could also have an ingredient in it that might get banned, or a substance that might not be allowed to be in a moisturizer anymore at some point. And that kind of thing can be really high hassle. It can be a nightmare because you have to pull all of your inventory, and it can be obviously risky or upsetting if your customers have allergic reactions and things, right? Obviously nobody wants that. However, this product, even though it is in beauty, it's not a cream, it's not a product that you put on your face as with chemicals in it. It's just really a piece of plastic, and there's not going to be any allergies here. So even though it is in beauty, I'm actually okay with it. And in terms of the product itself, I mean, it's made of rubber, right? It's super easy to transport. It's actually really light, right? You could probably fit 1,000 of those in like quite a big box, and it'd be easy to ship them over. It's easy to ship to the customer. These aren't going to break in shipping. So actually, in terms of low hassle, I think this is a very, very good product. We're going to go for 18. Let me get my purple pen out. 18 out of 20, because that's pretty solid. All right, I think that's pretty good. Onto the final element we analyze the products with, and that is gap in the marketplace. Now, this element's interesting because you want there to be a gap. You want there to be something that you can do in the niche that isn't already being done. Right? You want to offer something better than all the other sellers, so the customers have something, like a reason to buy your product over all the other products. Right? That's really what we want. So where's the best place to find if there's something missing about one of these products, or something we could do better? Well, in the reviews, right? If we look at one of these niches and have a look at the reviews, maybe some of the negative reviews, we can get clues as to how this product could be improved. In fact, I find 4-star reviews can be very revealing. Sometimes 3-star reviews can be revealing as well, because with those review levels, that means the customer, the product was almost perfect, but it had something that just wasn't right. And if you can fix that thing that just wasn't right, that just missed the mark, then you actually have a really, really good chance of making customers really, really happy. Right? If someone takes their time to actually leave a review on a page on Amazon, like when was the last time you did that? Nobody does it. Unless they feel extremely passionate about something. They either loved it or they hated it. So if you can fix those pain points, you'll have a much better chance of your product standing out in the marketplace. Let's have a look. So this person says, not rough enough for me. All right, they like it rough, apparently, right? So they've given it 3 stars. So you could come up with maybe a material or a design that's a little bit rough, maybe tougher plastic, maybe modifying the design somehow, doing something different, something slightly better, so it's not so soft. All right, let's see if there's any other examples. This person says, it works. Could be longer. Okay, so we could make it longer. Right, so already we're seeing that there are some gaps in the marketplace, right? Definitely some gaps, some things to improve on. Another thing we can look for is, are people bundling? In other words, like, is anybody offering the core product, the silicone back scrubber, with an additional product to go with it and selling it as a set? In fact, one of the easiest ways to make your product stand out in the marketplace is to bundle and do just that. If no one's doing it, then that's the easiest way to get your product to the top of page 1, because if customers get something for free with your product, they're so happy, right? And they'll buy it over everything else. So here's a bundle that someone's done, which looks pretty cool, right? It comes with, it's a bathroom set, comes with silicone body scrubber, scalp massager, and bath sponge. What a brilliant idea for a bundle, right? You could do something like this. Okay, so there's one bundle on the page. This looks like it could be a set of 2 or maybe not. This one looks like it comes with, okay, that just comes in a box. So there's a couple of bundles, right? But there's not too many. So if we did a bundle, we'd probably stand out over and above some of the best selling products. So again, another room for you to do something different. So there is a gap in the marketplace. Not the biggest gap I've ever seen. It's not like the #1 bestseller's got a major problem that we could overcome, but there are gaps. So I'm going to give this a 16 out of 20. So this is how I analyze niches and decide whether it's something I want to sell or not, right? And this process is something I call the smash hit product radar, right? And I use this to analyze every product before I decide whether to sell it on Amazon or not. And with these 4 elements, you can really come to some good conclusions about the product. But there is one more thing I like to do before I pull the trigger, message suppliers in China, and place the order for the stock. And that is, I want to know if I have a good hunch for the product. I want to know that I feel right about it. Do I feel in my gut this is something I think I could sell and I think that would perform well? Now, it's important to note that developing a hunch actually takes time, and it takes experience and skin in the game. Like, you don't have a hunch if you've never sold stuff on Amazon before. This is why it can be slightly tricky to actually choose your first product, because you've never had any experience and you don't know the things that could be barriers that you've never experienced before, right? But I've imported tons of products from China. I've sold loads of stuff. I know where the barriers are, and therefore I've developed a really good hunch about products. But anyway, you just have to use the knowledge you have now and kind of common sense, and you will get a hunch whether you like it or not. So my opinion is, #1, it's a super easy product to import, right? It's, you know, it's not made of glass, right? It's going to import easily, ship easily. It's intuitive for the customer to use. There are some areas to improve, but the revenue isn't crazy. We've got decent revenue levels here, but it's not like a really super high demand niche. It's good, but it's not amazing. So I'm going to give it a 14 out of 20 for the hunch that I get for this niche. Okay, so all we have to do now is take all of these scores that we've put together for this silicone back scrubber, right? Add them up, and we'll get our score for how good this niche actually is. So 15 for high demand, plus 16 for low competition, plus 18 for low hassle, plus 16 for gap in the marketplace, plus 14 for hunch. That gives us relatively solid 79 out of 100 score for this product. So in other words, it's a pretty solid niche. And to answer the question I asked in the beginning of the video, should you sell silicone back scrubbers on Amazon? I'd say the answer is probably yes, if you can find a way to fill the gaps in the marketplace, right? You can do something better or different than everybody else in the niche, and of course, if you can find a way to make a profit. So if you want to see another 7 examples of products which are real smash hit niches, perfect for new Amazon sellers because they have such low competition and such high demand, click the link on the screen or click the link in the description. You can grab the PDF, it'll get sent to your inbox immediately. And how about you do the exact same analysis I just did with this niche on those niches and see if you want to import any of them to sell on Amazon. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope it was helpful. Grab the PDF if you haven't done so already, and we'll catch up very, very soon.